Hello and welcome to the UserApplePie version 4 overview. I will be going over some of the features that UserApplePie offers to users. UserApplePie is a free open source user management system. Its intention is to make creating your own website easy with easy to install plugins. It can be used as a gaming community website, employee management website, social media website, or anything really that you would need a form or messaging or user profiles or any type of website really, because you can go in and disable the form, you can disable the private messaging app, you do all kinds of good stuff with it. Um, what features does UserApplePie have? Well, it's got its own custom MVC style framework now, which works really well. It's real simple, real clean, easy to use, easy to configure. It's not too hard to create new pages like your contact page or about page, or you can create anything like that really. It also has bootstrap design, so it looks pretty, and if we shrink it down, we can it'll automatically change to the device size, and it has a nice beautiful menu, so all that's great. That's one really nice thing I like about Bootstrap, is being able to use it on any device, and you don't have to create a separate website for mobile devices or whatever. It's real nice and easy. We'll go ahead and maximize its back. So once you're installed, which will be in a separate video, you'll see something similar to this, and make sure that if you're just now or about to install UserApplePie, that you are the first user to sign up for your website. The first user automatically gets admin rights, so if someone beats you to the punch, they'll have admin rights. However, you can go into your PHP MyAdmin or however you handle your database and change that setting. So it's not a huge deal, but it makes it easier. Anyway, back to the features. So it's got a nice admin panel. So if we log in, and I'll log in as me, and since I'm an administrator, if I click on my username up here in the corner, it'll provide me this drop-down menu, and I'll have admin panel, private messaging, my account settings, and view profile, and a little information about me. So if we go to the admin panel, I've been doing a lot of work on this admin panel, and I'm very proud of it. There's still ways to go, but it looks pretty good. As you can see, I have a fresh install on here, so it's only been running for less than a month. And it's a demo site, so not a whole lot of users. Most of them are mine, or most of them are me. But in our dashboard, you can see what your traffic looks like, so you can see how many page hits there are. This is designed so that every single page that's opened is tracked. So that way you can actually go and see what your most popular pages are. Now in the future I'll create a section in the admin panel that'll automatically display that information as you would like to see it. But right now this is all that you can see, is how many page hits total there were. So, which right now is 5,450 for me. Now granted, that is a little data intensive, but stats, I like stats, so we'll just go ahead and stick with that. And you've got members, user groups, and it even shows you online members, page views 5.5K, and that's total for the lifetime of your installation. You also got your user signed up stats, and you can see how many people signed up in the past day. All 5 of those were today, because I was testing some stuff before I released the new beta. Past week, past 30 days, 90 days, year. Same with the user logged in stats. You can see how many people logged in the past day, week, 30 days, 90 days, past year. It also shows your installed plugins, your form plugin, private messaging plugin. Now those come with UserApplePie now default. However, all you got to do is go in there and delete the 2 plugins or whichever one you want to delete, and it'll no longer be installed. So it's real easy to disable those or uninstall them. You can also disable the form plugin in the form settings. We'll get to that later though. Also, I've designed it to where it automatically checks to see if there's a new update to UserApplePie, and it'll display a message up here near dashboard telling you that it's out of date. Also checks to make sure that the plugins are up to date also. So now we can move on to the settings. Now, once you're installed, this is where you set up your site title, your description, keywords, whether you want the users to have to confirm their account via email. You can set up your mail server settings if it's not set up by default to run through your server automatically. You can set up Gmail or any of those. I'll put out tutorials on how to do that in the future. But you can pretty much Google it and it'll tell you how to do all that. Also, got your reCAPTCHA settings. Make sure you change these keys because these 2 keys right here are test. So when you hit the register button right now, it's going to say this is for test purposes. So make sure you go to Google reCAPTCHA and update these keys to your website so that you don't have that ugly little test symbol on there. And you just save your settings once you're ready to go. Now, the title, description, and keywords are set to optimize for SEO, for Google search engine or Yahoo or Bing or whatever anybody might use, so that way your website's a little easier to find. Alright, we'll go ahead and move on to users. I did a lot of work here. I'm really proud of this part. So this shows all your users. Currently I don't have it set to where you can sort by name, last login, or sign up. However, you can sort it by user ID, or you can sort it by username. But it's no big deal. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you can go in and take care of it. Eventually I'll put a search in so that if you got thousands of people, you can search for that person and be able to edit that person. I'll add in little admin features like that. Maybe even if you go to their user profile, you can, if you're an admin, it'll show, edit user or something like that. But that'll be in the future. For now, this works great. So to view just basic information about a user, I can just click on their name and it'll show me what groups they're in, if their account is active, and their profile picture. Now I can also edit their info, or I could just, if I want to straight edit it, I can hit the button here. So you can do it either way. It takes you to the same place. So I can set their username, first name, last name. I can edit those. Gender, email, website, profile image, their about, their signature, which I need to update that. Also gives me their user stats when they last logged in, when they signed up, what their privacy settings. So if they want to get email when they get a new message, or when they get or if the admin wants to send out a mass email, they can change those settings on their own. You can also deactivate the user, which blocks them. However, I believe, I'm not 100%, but I'm still looking into this. think they can go in and reactivate their account using one of the links in the login page, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested that. I'll get onto that. Anyway, users groups, it's real easy. You can just hit add and pow, they're a new member. Or remove, they're no longer a new member, they're administrator. However, if I remove that administrator, I will no longer be administrator. So I don't want to remove it unless I'm for sure. I always want to keep at least one up here. Otherwise, I start getting a bunch of errors, and I'll look into fixing that. But for now, it works pretty well like this. So if I want to be a moderator, and you can be more than one. So let's say I'm in 2 user groups now. So if I go back here and then view me, it'll show both of my user groups. So we'll go ahead and edit that real quick. Move moderator, leave me as administrator. Now if you're in the new member group, new members are not allowed to upload photos to the forum. So just keep that in mind. I will work on something where you can set it in the settings that once a user posts so many posts, it'll start allowing, or it'll change them from new member to just member or something like that. I haven't decided how I want to do that. For now, this works great. Alright, so now we can go to the groups, and it's similar to the user section. You can create a new group, or you can edit one of these. However, you cannot delete these because the system has to have these 4 IDs. Now you can change the name of them, but you cannot delete them. So if I want to know information, it'll show me the basic information about that group. So group name, new member, site members that recently registered to the website, total group members, there's 10. So it gives you little stats about it, which is pretty cool. I really like that. Administrator, there's two members of that group. So I can go in here and edit the group. You can change it from administrator to admin or whatever you want to do. Give it a description. You can change the color of the font. You can use the just plain text, or you can use the code, like that, or however you want to do it. I'm going to leave it alone now. And you can change it from normal to bold. Actually, I kind of want it bold. By default, group has full access to website and cannot be deleted. Default group name, administrator. So a little message to let you know that you can't delete it. So, for example, if I create a new group, I can delete that group. So it shows up new group, and I haven't changed anything there. Edit the group, delete group, gone. So if you create new groups, you can delete those. Now keep in mind, I haven't set up anything to where when you delete one, it changes what the members that were members of that group, it doesn't edit them. So it could cause problems. I haven't really looked into that. So keep that in mind if you start creating and deleting groups, if you have members of that group. But you can easily go into PHPMyAdmin or whatever and update those settings. Mass email. You can send a email to all users that have this privacy setting enabled, whatever information you want. Like, hey, we got a new update, or, just whatever. Update all the users at the same time. It sends them a private message and sends them an email. So that way, if they don't get the email and they log into the website, it'll show they got a new private message and they can see that same message that you sent here. So that's pretty nifty. Okay, moving on to forum. Global settings. You can enable or disable the forum. You can change the form title, the description of the form, how many topics per page, how many topic replies per page, update. I have not set up these groups yet for the form, so you can change these settings, but they really don't do anything for the form yet. That's something I hadn't had a chance to finish, but I think it looks pretty, but for now it don't work. But it's there. So eventually I'll release a version of the form where those will actually be useful. But for now, they just look pretty. And then go to your categories, which is your main. So you got, like, on this demo, I got forum, news, help. And then it gives you little stats on each of those. And you can go in, you can move them up and down. You can edit them, change the name, or you can delete them. You can create new categories. And you can go, if you go into the subcategory, we'll go into this one. I've got welcome and demo form. It gives me some stats on those. And then I can also edit the names and descriptions of those. You can move them up and down. And you just click pow. Click pow. So easy. Create new categories, or subcategories, I'm sorry. And when you delete one, it'll actually ask you what you want to do with that content. You can delete it all, you can move it to a different part of the form. So that's a pretty nice little feature that I took a little bit to get in there, but I like it. Also, admins and moderators can block content on the form, so if it's not appropriate, there will be a button in the form where the admin or moderator can block that post or block that topic or what have you, and it'll give you title, the person that posted the topic or reply, who blocked it, the reason they blocked it if they put a reason, and then the time that it was done. So it's a pretty neat little setting. You can log out completely from the site, or you can go back to the main site. So that was the admin panel, which is great. Works well. I like it. I'm happy with it. There's still a ways to go, but for now, it works. So now we'll move on to the form section. And in the form section, it'll display, of course, all your form stuff. Also have your form recent posts, so it shows all the recent posts, and these are all just test posts. This is my demo website, so nothing on here is real. It's just all for test purposes. Another cool feature that I just recently did, or got working, is it shows the star blue when there's something in there that you have yet to read, and it shows it gray when you've read everything within there. So, for example, here, demo form, I haven't read something in there. I can open that up, and then all the topics, it'll show which ones I've read or haven't read, so I can go in there and keep up to date on them and all that good stuff. There's a bunch of features in here, sweet, kind of like, and you can change the name of that too. You really just go in there and play around and upload photos, lock topic, hide topic. You can lock it so that nobody else can post on it. You can hide it so that nobody can see it. You can hide the replies. All kinds of good stuff. And the suite, you just hit the button. It's just like any like button or plus button or whatever. And then it shows the stats up here. So there's all kinds of cool little features within the form. I put a lot of work into that. I built the form completely from the ground up. And I've been working on it for probably 2 years now. So I've gotten a long way with it. And we also got some stats on here. And a bunch of simple stuff. So that's most of the form. BB code works as well. And you can also search. So let's try demo. maybe test will show more. There we go. So it shows anything with test or you can also do. Oh, that didn't work. Don't know what happened there. I'll have to look into that. Well, anyway, you can search the forums. I'm sure I'll work on a fix to whatever that was in the near future. So that's the forums. There's a lot more to it. You just go in and play with it. It's not too different from any other forums. Messaging, private messaging. It'll show a little icon up here. Actually, I'll just send myself a new message real quick, just so you can see. So now it shows that I got a new message. So that's a pretty neat little feature. Little notification, so to speak. You got the inbox, and you can read the message, or you can mark it as read, delete, however you want to do it. Hi, or you can reply to it, and it's formatted. Go back to inbox. So you can mark it as read or delete it, and also you can set the limit of how many messages people can have in their inbox in the config.php file within the app folder. So eventually that'll move that to the admin panel, but right now it's here. So I can delete those. Outbox, you also want to got your outbox that's got a limit as well. And you can clear that out. So it's real simple, basic, not a whole lot to it. I don't know, I like it. Works well. And moving on, got. So we went over user management, group management, user profiles. So I can, if I go to my profile, I can do have about me, last login, signed up, website, gender, group, last name, first name, all that good stuff. And to edit my profile settings, I just go to account settings, and then I just got this basic page here for the home. I can edit profile, edit my name, last name, gender, website. I can change the picture, form signature, my about me, all that good stuff. Can change your email. Have to have your password to change the email. Change password, current password, new password, new password. Privacy settings. Allow admin to send mass emails. Send notification when user sends me private message. In the form, which I forgot to mention, I don't have that setting in here where they can disable it here yet. But in the forum, you can unsubscribe from a topic if you don't want to receive emails from it, which is a pretty cool little feature. I'll show that real quick. I haven't posted in here yet, so post real quick. See, now you are subscribed to receive email notifications on this topic. Unsubscribe. So you can just click that and you'll no longer get emails about that post. Another thing I'm real proud of is the registry. This is what I was talking about, that nasty text. Make sure you update your reCAPTCHA. Your username, you can start typing. So let's say I type my name, it's already taken. So it tells me here it's taken, gives me the X. But let's just add a number, so now it's good. And then same with password, tells me if it's weak or they don't match. And then the same with the email. So it's not perfect, but you have to have something at something.com or .net or one of those. But for the most part, it's just about everything. Just download it, give it a shot, try it out. You can also try the demo website, which is uap4demo.userapplepie.com. Just try it out. Let me know what you think. If you have any problems or any ideas, anything you can think of for the website, just let me know. And thanks for watching.